Hello, fifth graders. It is Thursday, May 28th, and this is your last day of at-home learning for math. Today, you get to explore this slide that I'm showing you right now. Each of these 6 rectangles that has a label above it has a link connected to it. So when you click on the link, it will take you somewhere. So this one's called tessellations. We have nets of 3D solids. We have classifying 2D shapes, lines of symmetry, classifying 3D shapes, and a Math Antics video. So what is your assignment for today? Well, the first thing, as it says up here, is I just want you to have fun and spend some time clicking on all of these different links that we have here in any order and explore. See where the links take you, play around with some of the different activities and manipulatives that they have for you to interact with. The second thing you need to do is you are going to create a tessellation. You'll take a screenshot of it and you'll paste it in slide number 2. Let's take a look at what that would be. I'm going to click on the tessellations picture and on the link, and it will take me to this website. The link will bring you to this Mathagon website called Tessellations. It will tell you about polygons, and then it will tell you about what a tessellation is. It's basically a geometric pattern that covers a surface without gaps or overlaps. Many of you have tessellations in your house. If you look at your tile floor or your tile backsplash, you will see a repeated geometric pattern that covers the surface without gaps or overlaps. They also appear in nature. And so you are going to scroll through and take a look at some of these. You can click to expand to get a really big view of these. And as you scroll down, you will see first it was nature, and now it's man-made. And now you can create your own tessellation using regular polygons. And it tells you how you just click and drag them over. Some shapes will tessellate well, they will repeat well without gaps, and some simply will not. And this is where you are going to create your own tessellation. You can see, you will just click and drag. You can reorient which direction your shapes are facing by using that shape. And you can keep clicking and dragging. These are just like pattern blocks if you're used to playing with the pattern blocks. And then it lines them right up. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm creating a tessellation, however, I have some gaps in here. So then I would see if I'm able to fill in some of the gaps, and a tessellation is a repeated pattern. So I need to extend this pattern to fill most of this white rectangular area. So I can see that this would fit right there. You see how this is happening? Let's say that I've filled this whole spot with this repeated area. You are going to take a screenshot. That is Command-Shift-4. You'll get the plus sign. You will take a screenshot of your entire design, and that gets saved on your desktop. Back to our assignment board, it says once we create a tessellation, we're going to take a screenshot and paste it on slide number 2. So I'm going to click on slide number 2. It's called My Tessellation. It reminds me that I will have to click Insert, then select Image, and then select my screenshot off of my desktop. Is my image, my screenshot of my tessellation, and I can stretch it from a corner to expand it a bit, and I could even drag it over so it's a little bit more centered. And that's my first task that I have completed. The second says to complete the symmetry activities, take screenshots of them and paste them on slide number 3. It says I'm going to need to take 2 screenshots. Let's go over to lines of symmetry and see where that takes us when we click on it. The symmetry link takes us to Mathagon as well, to the symmetry page. Any word that is underlined will give you a definition. Symmetry is basically when 2 halves, or maybe even more, match when folded over. They are symmetrical like a mirror image. So this will show you a butterfly has a reflectional symmetry. This side is reflected on that side. But this is a rotational symmetry where every time we turn it, it's going to match perfectly up again, each of these points. And when you click, it will show you, look at that, it comes alive, and this will show you as it spins. It is symmetrical. So we have rotational symmetry and reflectional symmetry. As we go down, we're going to work on reflectional symmetry. It has an axis is where it is folded. Think of it as the fold line. And so your first job says, draw all axes of symmetry in these 6 images. And once you click on it, look at, I didn't even do anything, and my cursor went from an arrow to a plus sign. And I will look in this picture, where could I fold the picture so that both halves match? And I can see that right here, I press, I click and drag, is a line of symmetry. And I go through all of them trying to find the line of symmetry, and I draw the fold line where I could draw it so that the sides match. And down here, I will draw lines of symmetry. So this has question marks. This shape has how many axes of symmetry? How many ways could we fold this shape so that both halves match? Well, that's one. That's a second way I could fold it, and these 2 halves would match. What if I folded it that way? I don't know that that's going to match. I would say this has 2 axes of symmetry. And look at SpongeBob is giving me a thumbs up. You're going to go through all of these to draw your lines of symmetry, and you're going to do the shapes, and you're going to take a screenshot because this all fits on one screen. There are more activities when you scroll down, but I can't fit those all in one screenshot. So it's going to take me doing this screenshot, Command Shift 4. I'm going to take a picture of my work once I've drawn them all in. I can't quite fit my numbers on here, but you'll be able to because you won't be recording yourself. And I will go back and paste it onto. Here is my inserted screenshot of the first part of the lines of symmetry. I've made it a little bit smaller because I will have at least one more screenshot to add. Back to my symmetry site. When you scroll down, now we have alphabets. Not alphabets, letters in the alphabet. They have reflectional, that means both sides match. They have a folding point. Select all the letters that have reflectional symmetry. That means you could fold the letter in half and both halves would line up. For example, I know that an O, right, I could just fold it right down the middle on either side. So I'm going to select the O. And in the corner, you can't quite see it. It's telling me, sweet, when I got that one correct. So then I know that a T I could fold in half vertically and both sides. So I'm going to select T, sweet. And you're going to go through and select all the letters that you think have a reflectional symmetry where when you fold them, they will match. When you scroll down, there's a few more shapes here, and they want you to click and draw the rest of the shape so that you are making it symmetrical. I am not having to click anywhere to get the line. It is an automatic thing for me to get this line. Boy, where do I go? Right here. There we go. I'm going to finish up there. Okay. You will do the other ones as well, and when you've done the alphabet and these, you will take a screenshot to move it over to slide number 3. See here, I have added my work. Of course, we're pretending that I've completed the work, and I could fit all of the required activities in 2 screenshots on my slide number 3. If I go back to the symmetry site, you have completed your assignment piece that you have to show me on slide 3, but you are more than welcome to scroll down and explore. They have things like palindromes, a word or number that reads the same from front to back. It's almost like you could fold the word or fold the number and both halves would match. So could you think of any other palindromes like mom, right? Same forward and back. Then you can scroll down and you can explore rotational symmetry. We saw that with the flower, that every 60 degrees this lines up again. Here they have some things that you can look at. Find the order and angle of rotation. So how many times can it rotate around and what's the angle? And then this is something that has a rotational symmetry. So I have to draw this as if it is turned over a little bit. And then I would go out to, is that as far? Maybe farther. What do you think? Do I go down here? Yeah. And you are going to complete all 3 other sides of that one. And you are going to complete this one and that one. You do not have to take pictures of any of this stuff here. Okay? Once you have completed the alphabet and these 3 reflectional symmetry, all the rest is just fun for you to explore. You are welcome to click when they show you next up symmetry groups and wallpaper. You have permission to go through any of this. Some of you guys will absolutely love these activities. It's really fun to watch some of these little videos that they have for you. So feel free to explore, but you only have to include the 2 screenshots that go through the alphabet and just after that. Once you have completed slide number 2 with your tessellation that you made, remember yours will be larger, I didn't finish mine, and your 2 slides for these 4 activities of lines of symmetry, and you're sure that you are finished exploring all of these fun things, then you may click Turn In and you are finished with math for 5th grade. Very proud of you guys. You stuck with math this whole time of at-home learning. You did a great job. Celebrate, and I hope that today is a fun day.